Uh, Welcome to Pug TV. This is Jadrian. It is Wednesday night, and apparently I'm not logged into my chat, so I can't see what's going on. I don't know, my chat just kicked me out. Let's see here. I have to log into my own chat real fast so I can see what's going on in the world. There we go. Normally I'm signed in. Now if people want to talk, I might be able to see it. Wonderful. Anyhow, it's Wednesday night, and tonight I was really debating on what to play. It was either going to be Hellgate or, well, it used to be called Hellgate London, then it shut down, and then it reopened. It's now free to play, and it's like Hellgate Global, and it's got the Hellgate Tokyo expansion with it. So I tried that out, and it's actually pretty fun. And then some folks had told me about Mythos, and they said if you're missing Diablo 3 and you're not playing Diablo 3, this is kind of like a Diablo 2, so you kind of get your Diablo fix, and it's free to play. So Mythos, and I tried it a little bit, and I thought, you know, we'll go with that one for tonight, and I'll do Hellgate another night. So anyway, here we are. And I just want to say hey to the folks out in the Pug Pen. We got Cynic, Eagle Claw, and Obram. How's everybody doing? Oh, and my wife, she says, how come I never get Pug Pen? Because you're not in the Pug Pen, you're in the... Yeah, okay. And my wife and Emmy just showed up. Alright, so that... Oh, okay. So since she isn't playing tonight, she must be in the Pug Pen. So, Raz, hey. Hey, Raz. Alright. She's got her other gaming commitments this evening. So it's just me running through Mythos. So as you can see, I did start a person here. I got level 3 Bloodletter. This, I realized, is not your traditional MMO setting. Oh, Emmy says, you chose Mythos. That's not cool. I was getting ready for Hellgate. Sorry. But Hellgate, I still got time for that. Apparently there doesn't look like there's a Guild Wars beta this weekend, and I haven't heard anything about the Secret World, so Friday is going to be Hellgate. So I can devote more time to Hellgate on Friday night than I can on Wednesday night. So that's kind of why I went with that option. Mythos, I'll be able to play it for a little bit, and then I'll be done. But Hellgate, I'll be able to dedicate a lot more time to it on Friday evening. So if you check it out Friday, then you'll see a lot more Hellgate, and we can see what that's all about. So, and then Emmy asked, does Mythos server only has one server? She downloaded Mythos, but I need to install it. If it doesn't work, I don't know if it's a Win8 thing or what, but I had to install it. Yes, I had to install it. There was only one server for me to choose from, so that just means whoever's going to be playing in it, there's a chance we can meet up in it. And when I go to launch it, I actually have to launch it from the website, so I had to install a web client thing, which wasn't a problem for me. I don't have a problem with that. When I double click the icon on my desktop, it takes me to the website, then I hit the start game and it launches the game, so it's kind of weird, but it launches. The only problem is it changed my home page, so I had to change my home page back on my browser. Other than that, I'm in the game and it works. So I did make a level 3 Bloodletter just to get the resolution and everything set, but we'll talk a little bit about character creation in case you're not familiar with Mythos. For those who are familiar with it, then you'll probably be able to clarify things that I say. And then Amy says it downloaded a torrent so the client wouldn't slow down my internet to play Ion. Ah, clever, clever. Yeah, and that's why she had to install it, because the login, it's web. So yeah, we had to install it. So I don't know if there's a browser version of this out there at all, but for now it's an install. Install was about 2 gigabytes, somewhere in there was a download, so it's about a 3 gigabyte install altogether. So not terrible. It did download pretty quickly for me. I didn't do the torrent download, I just did a regular download, and it went pretty quick. So what we'll do though is just take a quick peeky at some of the different characters and classes. And this is a lot different than a traditional fantasy. They did try to go for something a little bit different. I also want to welcome Don Solo. How's it going? So the classes you have in the races, it's very simple, but they did have a standard human. So I'll just take a look at the races real quick. I'm not going to read you the race description boxes, but just show you what we have. So first there's your typical human. They then also have a Cyclops race, which is unique. I have not seen a playable Cyclops race recently on anything, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I haven't really tried to manipulate them as far as how they look, but apparently we do have a female Cyclops and a male. Then they let you change like their skin color. They do have a few facial features that you can go through. You do get some hairstyles. So apparently on the Cyclops though, the hairstyle is for the beard. On the female, hairstyle is actually doing their hairstyle. So that's, you know, something, a little customization. And then of course you can change the hair color. And then they have accessories, which for the Cyclops, the accessories is the horns. So cute. Then, in addition to the Cyclops, they have the Gremlin. Again, I don't think that's anything I've really seen before. So they have a Gremlin. And they have a male version of the Gremlin. And again, you got your same customization options. You got skin colors, different faces to take a peek at, some hairstyles, change the color of the hair. And for the Gremlin at least, accessories on the guy is a beard, well, his facial hair. Let's see, female accessories actually kind of does it, her little dangly earring. Oh, and you can give her a monocle. So they have a Gremlin. And then the last race I came across was the Satyrs. I'm not sure how you say them. Satyrs, Satyrs. And they do have a male and female version. That's the male version. And again with your same customization options. So, let's see here. Emmy says, I had Mythos with another publisher, but I lost my character after they stopped it. Yeah, and I don't remember who had it first. And then I know it was picked up by this group. In fact, this group is... Let me look it up real quick. I'll tell you who it is. Yeah, it's... I really don't know who they are, but it's who did who I'm getting Hellgate from. And the company here, I don't think you can see my web browser, but they're like T3 Fun. So if you just do a search for Mythos or for the Hellgate, you should be able... Oh, I guess you saw my browser, but it's like T3 Fun. I don't even know what that is, but they got Hellgate, they had Mythos. I thought, you know, I'll try them both. That's who has it now. So I'm actually going to try... I just got done making a human to try this out with, so I'm going to go ahead this time around and try a Cyclops. Now for the classes, it's even simpler. There's only 3 classes. So you have a Gadgeteer, which I was looking at. First of all, rifle is the first thing I noticed, so big plus, so I thought I would go with that. And the other class they have is the Bloodletter, which the classes don't seem very standard. Gadgeteer seem kind of self-explanatory, and really it is using like a rifle and then making like some turrets and droids, it sounds like, so they use technology. Bloodletter I wasn't quite sure on. Thought it was a necromancer, but it talks about short range attack skills, and it can summon a little blood minion that follows it around, and the little blood minion is actually very, very powerful. So it's not quite a warrior, not quite a magician, so this is definitely something unique to Mythos. It seems pretty good, but that's going to be your sword swinging person right there with a pet, which is awesome. And then they also got a pyromancer, so there's your typical wizard, and it also gets to summon a pet. So at least all your classes have a pet option. Looks like they have some form of, except for the Bloodletter, your Gadgeteer, Pyromancer have like their distance attack, and they get pets. So that's pretty good. Bloodletter is going to be your up-close fighting person, and it gets a pet. Emmy says that Frogster Europe was the publisher. Alright, that's who had it before. Yeah, I had no idea. In fact, I'm kind of new to this game altogether myself. Amy says, I like T3 fun, but I lost my character. It was like level 20. So yeah, having to start over. Which, you know, good and bad. At least you have an idea what you're doing and can probably get back there fairly quickly. I don't really know what the leveling is like. 3 came pretty quick, but it's hard to say how it slows down after you get, you know, past a certain point. But, you know, let's give it a try. I'm going to randomize my person here until I find something. Alright, we'll go with that. That's handsome. Since I already got Jadrian on another character, we'll go with Salem here. And we'll give it a try. Now, I'm not going to read the story to you, but you know, when I first saw the graphics, to me, as they zoom in here, the graphics really made me think of World of Warcraft. For me, I know some people are better at judging graphics and game comparisons than me, but that's kind of what I thought. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like a World of Warcraft. Oh, I'm right-clicking my mouse to try and rotate. You don't rotate because it's like old Diablo. You don't rotate. This is your camera view, top down. And you can zoom in a little bit, but I can't like rotate the camera to look at my person. So this is it. I got a hat though. That's awesome. Then of course it's got your life orb, your mana orb. You got some skill slot bar spaces right down here. This is telling you what's in your attack. And let's see here. Boom zapper. Is that my right hand? Right click. This is my right click ability. And right over here is just my standard attack. So it's all linked to your mouse, which for me is nice, having your mouse be kind of your one button for everything, just like Diablo should be. I tried Dungeon Siege 3, and for a Diablo type of game, because it was based on Dungeon Siege, it just was not one-click friendly. It's just a real mess. So it's nice to have just a one-click friendly game. And then, oh, okay, yeah, and Amy points out, I forgot about that. There is a 3D cam over here. I didn't use it, but they do have it. I totally forgot about that. I think that's kind of it right there. But yeah, you got a camera. You can. There we go. MMO style camera. So they actually do have an MMO style camera. However, getting the camera to rotate, I didn't figure that part out. But you can get down there a little bit, and then you're fixed two-dimensional type view. This is kind of what I did most of my gaming in. So they do have several camera angles for you to play with. So it's not all doom and gloom. Once you kind of figure out how your cameras are, you'll be okay. But then the rest of the game is just, I want to say just like Diablo. I mean, obviously you're going to find differences, but just get right down to single mouse click and talk to people, get a quest. So my first one, these first couple, like I've only done a couple quests and they were pretty much real easy. Like come down and practice killing something. And then it's nice because it tells you right above something buttons that you can click to do things. So your tutorial is kind of just built into your actual gameplay. So E to pick stuff up, I to open your inventory and see what you have. Here I picked something up off the wolf, so it's just telling me real simply, you right click your identify charm and then you can see the mouse is glowing, so I just left click the cape and now I've identified it. And then to equip it, I just right click my mouse button. So the controls are pretty standard and the little built-in tutorial is not totally obtrusive. It doesn't just hop up in your face and stick there. So it's real friendly. Of course, now learning what all the different items are as I go along is going to be difficult, but let's see here. So we'll just talk to this lady, confirm my quest is done, then she gives me another one. Kill a giant bear. So luckily, A lot of times your quest givers will give you the mission and then they'll open a portal to where you have to go. I'm assuming, because that's what this first one did. So here I am, I pick where I want to go to, so I'm going to the dark cave to fight a bear. Simple. And try. Now this I haven't learned, it takes stamina to travel, so I didn't actually take the time to look and see if I have a stamina meter somewhere. I know some games that I play or have seen, they give you like a fixed amount of energy per day, and once that energy is used up you have to wait for it to rebuild, or you use a potion to restore it. And I could see, and I'm only guessing, like I said, just guessing, but I could see that would be a way to make some money, is you sell these stamina potions which allow people to travel sooner, otherwise they have to wait until their stamina is built up. So I could see that as a money thing, but at this point it's just a guess. I'm just worried about going into the cave. Now I've got my mini map up here, but here's a style of mini map that I love and totally loved it in the first Diablo, and I haven't really seen a whole lot of games use it, so I'm glad it's here. But you have the mini map overlay and it fills in as you walk, and I don't know why more games don't do that for me, but I've always loved that style of mini map. So I can shoot stuff now. Let me just test and see. Alright, shift will hold me still, but the nice thing is the creatures have a chance at me because I have to get super, super close with my gun. Still has a little bit of a distance, but wow. Either the bear's really weak. So now it also looks like as you unlock achievements, you get little icons about that achievement, and then they have bonuses. So for instance, this one here, Novice Adventurer, says kill the tutorial boss, which I did, and I wonder if I can move that mouse real quick. No. But what I can do is click it and place it up here in my achievements that I've earned, and it says it's going to give me +1 on hit points, which is very, very cool. So my achievements will give me bonuses, kind of like Guild Wars 2. And then Cynic says, I dislike that mini-map style because the overlay can be confusing if you have to backtrack for something. Which is true. You know, everything has its plus and minus, but if it starts to get confusing, I just make it go away, and then I've got my mini-map up there. Yeah, they don't really have a good dungeon map in there other than your mini-map. So, you know, options. That's what I'm cool with that. Oh, it says here I've got to open and do something else here. What does this say? Oh, I can warp back, or I can finish exploring the cave, which, because I certainly don't mind killing stuff. Plus, I really don't see the need to use one of them there stones to travel back, because the portal's like right here. So let me just save a traveling stone. I mean, it's nice they suggested it, but don't need to waste it. Turn that into her. So the quest system is very, very simple. Just talk to somebody, get your quest, and move out. And that to me is very appreciated sometimes. So go get a healing potion, and then yeah, these starting missions are pretty much the same that you get from every game. Go kill something so you get used to killing something. Go buy something from the merchant so you understand how to buy stuff. And mission done. I mean, I've done worse missions, but I'll be okay with this one. The only thing that I don't like then is having to go back to my quest giver. That is so pre-Guild Wars 2. It's not needed. And what has she got? So now, last of all, introduce you to a master. He will teach you how to make items. Oh. Now I get to do a little crafting, because as you kill stuff, you can break down items, get components, and then kind of make your own stuff. So I got me a quest there. Turn it in. And now I'll start my apprenticeship by breaking down this vest chest thing. So we accept it. Let's see. Let me get a copper real quick, it says. So now I can harvest. I gotta get close enough to pick it up. And then refine. So I'm gonna make a hammer. Now I did not take the time at all to read all the crafting skills and get all the stuff on my skill trees and whatnot. I just saw here that in order to make my crafting hammer, I needed 1 copper nugget. I hit my create button. Now I've got me a crafting hammer. Then, close some of this down. I thought it wanted me to, I guess I gotta talk to this guy, show him my hammer here real quick. Yay. Right. So now I can break this down with my hammer. Oh, I guess not. I was hoping I could break it down. Dang it. Oh, reverse. I gotta drop the hammer on the item, not the item on the hammer. But there we go. So now you can break stuff down, slowly build up your crafting items, and eventually, you know, craft your own stuff. So that's the basics of the game. Now I can run around and actually play it a bit. So I leveled up. I do wish they just, because I don't know enough about the game to know exactly where I should be putting points and how to spend them. So I know for me, when I've done this kind of game in the past, I usually wait a little bit, and when I go to pick up a piece of item, if it says you don't have enough dexterity or strength, that's usually when I spend my points. But I can see kind of right away that the primary attribute of the gadgeteer person is going to be dexterity, because that's dexterity is required for his trench coat, and dexterity is required for the rifle. So that would probably be primary. And then I would probably need to back that up with some, I don't know, maybe not a whole lot of strength. Some armors might require strength, so I might be conservative with my spending of points right away. But hit points, you know, you always need hit points. So just to start out, I'll put a 2 points in agility, make it even 30. Put 2 points in hit points to make it even 20, and then I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it like that for a bit. Alright, and close out my little tips. Now, let me see if I remember. One of these, my L key is going to show me my quests. So talk to Dia. We did that. Alright, so follow my arrow to the next person. So easy game to move around. I'm sure it's one of those games, it's, you know, the basics there are easy. You know, just point on the ground, you move, point on a creature, you attack it, you level up. But it's going to be learning all those intricacies and how things work together that's going to make it a bit of a challenge, I'm thinking. Oh, it says I gotta complete the quest here for icons. Talking about my camera. Turn it back. And there we go. Alright, so I should be done with the tutorial. So it takes a few minutes, and then you're into the game world. Now, what do we do from here? I guess we're gonna walk around and find stuff to do. Don't worry about party formation. Well, it's nice to know that I'm getting attacked already. What is this X? That's the something there. My dungeon portal. Here we go. I see a purple exclamation mark. So, true to form, quest to give. Hello, Tom. Alright, what do you want me to do, Tom? That's a nice story and all. Could you go battle with the beast at small plain? I will fix the fence. Why, yes. I have to get me some sharp teeth. So with that in mind, it's a dungeon portal. That doesn't mean it's going to go to the place that I want to go to. Stonehill Market. Well, that's going to be a problem if I'm too close and I can't shoot. Hello. Alright. Oh, it's like a group weapon. Okay, I'm not seeing necessarily a way to the plains, so Stonehill Market. I'm going to see if going out that way. So let's just travel around for a bit. Now, one thing about the combat I don't like is I have to click each individual creature. So that's going to lead to a lot of mouse clicking, I can tell. I like a game where I can hold my click button and then just kind of sweep it across the creatures, and he'll just go ahead and keep attacking. I mean, that's just a personal preference. Now, I thought... Oh, wait, what portal is this? Stonehill Market portal. I'm looking for some kind of plane. Small plane. We blocked the beast. Small plane. Well, I know I gotta go to small plane, but I'm not seeing small plane. Guess once I figure that out, we'll be fine. Oh, hello. Oops, leather leggings. Oh, and a better musket. Well, a different musket. This one. What? Has piercing damage of 1 through 3, and the one I have is piercing damage 11 through 12. Why would I want that? Now, one thing I did hear about this game, which I think is very cool, is apparently it generates random loot, so that you should always see different things. So your item should always be different than what anybody else is getting. So every time you pick up a musket, there's a chance that you're going to be getting something totally different than anybody else. I think that's pretty cool. Well, leveled up. That was pretty quick. Just gotta find my way to the plane. Hello. Oh, that was nice. Shot them both. And where is this? Looks like I'm just about right back near the beginning again. Well, wolves are persistent, I'll give you that. Warden Tig, huh? Oh, I don't want to go to the last dungeon, or the deepest part of the last dungeon I visited. Just want to figure out how to go and complete this guy's quest in the plains there. Well, at least the rifle is pretty darn powerful to start, so that's good. Yeah, there you go, Town Guard. Just stand right there. Yeah, it's like a shotgun I've got. Very nice.